Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with another action figure review, and today we'll be continuing our looks at the Marvel Legends Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave with X-Force Nightcrawler, who is looking straight today because, well, he's not drunk. If you remember my Extreme Wolverine review from yesterday, he was a little caca in the head, so we went and fixed that, you silly goose. That said, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, who are going to remain fine folks in this review because good old Nightcrawler here happens to be my favorite figure from this very wave. So, with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Nightcrawler has to offer in terms of accessories. And if you guys like options, I think Nightcrawler's got you covered. He's got a pair of fisticuffs right there, as well as, if I can find it here, a grip hand, which comes handy for his rapier or cutlass. Very tight grip on this thing too, like that is not going anywhere. So I do like that. That said, like most of the rapiers or cutlasses in Marvel Legends, there's a little bit of mold degradation towards the top of the blade. Like seriously, couldn't have been on this part. But at any rate, you also get the right hinge for holding weapons, so like Marvel Legends, that is cool. And last but not least, in terms of his accessories, we do get an alternate head. So it's not as fierce, but this is X-Force Nightcrawler. This is like the Cable or Cyclops' like hit crew, so you gotta give him this face. That face is awesome. But taking a closer look at Nightcrawler here, he is just as good as the 97 one. His hip wasn't popped on all the way either. He was all jacked up from that awesome pose I had him in. But he will go great with that Warpath and X-23 2-pack we're getting, and that new Archangel we're getting. That is the reason I picked him up, aside from the Build-A-Figure part. But as far as his articulation goes, his head will rotate, look up and down. He's got a little bit of tilt. He's got a little bit of play on that ball peg in general. His shoulders will go out to the side about that far. Swing back and forth. Rotate back and forth. He's got a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. Swivel and hinge at the wrist. I will say, I did pop the biceps off and put a little soap in there. It does make them work a little better. I will be honest with you. His ab crunch will move that far forward. That far back. Nice and tight. Swivel at the waist. Hips will kick forward, back, out. Not too bad. Back down. I mean, he's got a little bit of that birthing hip situation, but not nearly as bad as especially some of the Spider-Man we've looked at. He's got a thigh cut. Double jointed knee. Nothing in the boot, but he does have a hinge in the foot with a rocker. And his tail will rotate, as most Nightcrawlers should. He's got peg holes at the bottom of the feet, but you don't really need them because he's got the crazy, I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle feet, so he stands up just fine. But that is Nightcrawler in a nutshell. Favorite figure of the wave, outside of the Build-A-Figure probably, but that should go without saying, because if you know me well enough by now, you know that I love me a good giant psycho skeleton monster figure, and that's essentially what this Build-A-Figure is. So, or the Build-A-Figure for this wave is. Nightcrawler ain't no Build-A-Figure. He's just a regular $24.99 to $26 to $7.99 figure now. Oh boy, we won't get into that. So, with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Nightcrawler alongside a couple other figures from this Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. We have the Age of Apocalypse Gambit, and I'm gonna say the sleeper hit figure of this wave, Husk from, is it New Mutants? I can't remember. She's on the same team as Chamber and Nemesis. I don't think that Maggot guy is on that team, but I guess you could throw him in there too if you wanted. Very 90s team, we'll say. But yeah, I think Nightcrawler scales quite nicely with these two. It's supposed to be a little bit shorter than average, but not by a lot. Definitely not a Wolverine situation. So getting these two out of the way. And then our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Manibulith. Right here. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone. He's not fallen over because he is not a 6-inch scale figure. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and as far as picking favorites from this Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave goes, I think it's safe to say that good old Nightcrawler here is by far my favorite figure from this wave, despite the fact that we're only, 2 figures in at this point. I doubt, highly doubt even, that anyone is going to come close to good old Nightcrawler here, especially since this version of X-Force is something we've needed to complete for quite some time now. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.